Alright, this is a demo more for the rock guys rather than the metal guys on this amp. There's a ton of reviews out there that shows this amp and what it can do from a metal standpoint. I kind of want to go the opposite. I want to do more of the rock and roll and kind of showing how the amp will kind of cover that genre, even some bluesy stuff. So we'll dive right into it and as less talking as possible. So I'm going to show you the difference between the low and high gain inputs, all three channels, and some variations on the channels, the presence and resonance. And this is a low volume test, so this is all going to be preamp. So the more you turn it up, the better it's going to sound like this. The fuller and all that whatnot. We're going to go through the fat switches and then we're going to go through settings that I kind of like to run it on because it works best for me. This is guitar straight into the amp. There's no pedals involved, nothing in the effects loop. So let's get started. Right now we're going to go on the clean channel. I'm controlling this via foot switch. So this is at everything at noon except for the volume. On a Les Paul. So middle switch. Neck position. Okay, I'm gonna go full bass on the bridge position. Back on 5, all the way off. Back on 5. Same thing on the middle position, all the way on 10. Back on 5, all the way out. Back on 5. Now, treble knob here's got quite a bit of difference in volume. So the treble knob is pretty powerful on the clean channel. On 5. On 0. The treble doesn't add a whole lot of real high frequencies. I would think it's more of the top of the mids more than the higher frequencies when you start adding a lot of treble. This is kind of where I've usually run my clean channel here. It's bass on about 8, treble on about just above 7, or mids just above 7, and trebles right on 7. The cabinet, I forgot to mention, is it's a Peavey cabinet, but it's a Sheffield 1290s. It's a 4x12, 16 ohm cabinet. Had good luck out of it with this head. Well, that's about all there is to the clean channel. So we're going to switch on over to the crunch, and we'll go through the settings. Before I do anything else, I'm going to show you the difference between the high gain inputs and the low gain inputs. Low gain. High gain. I prefer the low gain because I play more rock and roll style stuff. So the low gain tends to work well for me, and I still get all the gain I want. I'm still not running it on 10 as far as gain's concerned. So, you know, for you metal guys, it's probably going to be you're going to want to run in the high gain side and get that, because it does have a little bit different tone to my ears. It seems like it is a lot more aggressive. So, but as far as rock and roll stuff, I do the low gain side because it works better for the style of music that I like to play. Alright, we're going to get into the EQ on the crunch. Starting off on the treble, it's on 5. Let's go to 10. On 5. Back to 5. Down to 0. Back up to 5. Bass is on 5. Bass on 10. Back on 5. On 0. Back to 5. Alright, we'll start messing with the gain now. All the way down till it cuts out. So when you start getting a little sound. About 3. 7. On 10. This is back on 5. So with the fat switch, I usually don't engage it, but it adds it does add kind of a fatness to it. I just like to do it with the bass knob instead of the fat switch on that channel. Alright, let's roll on to the Ultra. Let's go with the treble on here. I'm going to do some single note stuff, and I'm going to do some riff chords and all that kind of stuff, kind of give you an idea, because you know I use it as a lead channel, but a lot of folks don't. They like using it as an aggressive rhythm channel, so I'll do both. Here's the treble at 5. Treble on 10. A lot of bite, too much bite for me. Back on 5. 0. Alright, back on 5. Alright, let's go to the mids on 10. Back to 5. Do the bass. It's on 5. Do the same thing I've done with the gain. It's all the way down. So when you just start to hear the sound. About 3. Alright, let's go about 7. Dime on 10. Fat switch. I'll show you the presence and resonance. I'll do it on the crunch channel. Presence first, it's on 5, let's go to 10. Back 5, all the way down to 0. All the way to 10. Back 5. Let's do the resonance, same thing, it's on 5. Does that a little bit. So I mean, it's subtle differences, but it's differences nonetheless. Let's go back to the Ultra, down the channel. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go on the high gain. Kind of hear that. That's with the noise gate all the way off. That's with the noise gate all the way on. So it does quieten it down some, not much. Kind of hear the difference. So there is a difference. It does quieten the amp down quite a bit. But I don't play with that much. How much quieter that is, just right off the bat, just going over there. Alright. Now I'm going to go to the settings that I like to use on the crunch channel and the Ultra. I like to kind of go up to about just a little over 6. The bass I like to be around 8-ish. Mids up just past 6, and the treble just before 6. Also, I like the presence to be right at 6 and resonance just after 6. Where I like the crunch channel to be. It kind of gives me enough gain to do, and it's real responsive. So it's real responsive to your picking. If you pick hard, it really fills out. If you lighten it up, it draws it back. So it's real responsive like that. We'll go over to the Ultra channel real quick, and I kind of use this more of a lead channel. I like the fat to be on that channel. It just kind of gives that lower mid range that I really like. And basically, for the most part, I mirror, other than just a little less on the treble, I mirror my crunch channel. But I add, you know, so it's basically what I like. I mirror it just a little bit less treble. The gain is a little less showing as far as the dial's concerned. My rhythm channel, I like the gain to be on 6, bass 8, mids just after 6, treble just after 6. The Ultra channel, when I do the lead, especially amp at volume, adds a little bit more fullness too. Gains at just before 6, bass is 8, mids right on 7 just about, and just a touch after 5 on the treble. The resonance 6, or the presence is 6, the resonance is just before 7. The fat switch is engaged on the ultra channel. I also run stuff into the effects loops. Got a really nice effects loops on there where you can control stuff, or not if you just want to use it as a volume boost. It works as well for that too. So the amp overall, great amp. I don't have anything bad to say about the amp. The cabinet that I've got it paired with is probably not ideal, but it does sound good. I mean, I've been a fan of Peavey cabinets for a long while now, and the 5150 cabs and stuff like that. I'd like to have a JSX cabinet, but they're still pretty high most places. So this one will do until I can do better, but it works. These speakers do work well. I mean, it's not fizzy, and it's not, when you get the amp up quite a bit on volume, they complement each other quite nicely. This is a low volume review of the JSX. So I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you very much.